Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again you are welcome to this August occasion. It is the 34th edition of the Ajegule Mock Nations Cup, and today we are going to be having the third place match and as well the final match. And like my colleague Godwin Duffy rightly said, the executive chairman of Ajeromi, a fellow local government, Honorable Fatai Adekunle Ayola, is a man who is committed to sports development on all fronts, and that's why if you go through the nooks and crannies of this local government, you begin to see various impacts that he has made in the field of sports. Ajegunle is the maker of sports, particularly football, and that's why today we are going to be witnessing football artistry at its very best. Any moment from now, the teams from Ghana and Togo and Cape Verde will be filing in to take the third place match, after which the final match of this year's edition of the Mock Nations Cup is going to take place. Once again, we want to say a very big thank you to the Ajeromi Ifelodun Sports Council and Honorable Fatai Adekunle Ayola, aka Ebie. It was Angola taking on Cameroon right here at the Nigerian Navy Sports Complex, and it was a long goal that settled that particular match. I hope you still remember that particular match.
Yes, when we go back memory lane, I will say definitely for the Angolans, we have in goal. We have Ghana and Emmanuel Osao in goal for Angola. We have Daniel Labra, we have Moses Adoku, we have Lukman Akilaye, we have Emmanuel Gaza, Timmy Okoya, we have Duke Udi. Yes, the two teams are here. But we'll go back to that history, led by the match commissioner Olufemi Shokumi. Whitney Togo is in green, and of course Togo Togo is in red, and the bed is in green. We are set for this match, and as such, I want to say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the VJ of the Sports Council, Mr. Peter Lekete, Timmy Okoya, Wete, Hamzat Alaji, Farawetis. Let's play the two teams. Faraway, please. Hamzat Jacob, Timmy Okoya, please. We'll play the two teams, please. Mr. Lekete, sir, we are ready for the kickoff of the third place match. We're thinking of probably on the 31st of January 2020. We'll have had it, but we'll say unfortunate occurrences actually made it not possible. Then we're thinking of probably in March. We'll have it until when the pandemic came and rattled everybody. We want to say that definitely, despite the fact that there's pandemic all over the world, football, sports, generally isn't the pandemic. I will not otherwise. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, the match is already kicked off, and the Togolese are trying to outwit their very opponent, and we have midfield action taking place at this point in time. That was a pass intended for number 7 shot, but it couldn't get connected as the goalkeeper for the Cape Verdean is taking the ball right to the right full back position. For now, both sides are trying to size up themselves. As you can see, some midfield actions. That was a long one that was intended for, and the number 7 shot just for the Verdean is trying to connect with his man, but no one in particular, as the goalkeeper for the Togolese side is trying to get his man number 2 shot jersey on the right flank.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing is actually a dress rehearsal for what to come at exactly 4 p.m. Nigerian time. I'm going to have the final match. The number 5 setter jersey for the.
For sure, when you say upright, they will tell you fair play. Because people say by James fair play. That is why we say that safety is very, very important when it comes to the lives of those involved in every sporting activities, including football. Meanwhile, I want to say that definitely we are going to expect the creme de la creme of sports loving personnel here in this stadium, or will I say pitch. A chance there to the south. So the Cape Verdeans. Let us see which team will draw the first blood. We want to say that definitely in football we have seen Liverpool losing. We lost the scandalously this season. That's the Miller to Manchester City, and of course yesterday to Leicester City. Abayo.
The only thing I know that in life, the law of diminishing return will always set in. The Liverpool side last season was hot, and I think we have a very good action by the Cape Verdean. They are trying to size up the Togolese side as the number 7 shirted jersey tries to locate his man. Number 10 shirted jersey in the right hand area tries to outwit his man, but that ball has, I think he has been shadowed by his Togolese opponent. And number 14 shirted jersey tries to locate his man. They are taking it very easy. I think they want to take this one safety first, like they would say. The number 10 shirted jersey just took that ball into touch. We have a train situation as the Cape Verdean are still trying to outwit of the Togolese opponent. Like I was saying earlier on, that in life the only thing that is constant is change, and the law of diminishing return will always set at some time. I mean, we have an action here by the Cape Verdean who are trying to outwit a long one. So number 10 shirted jersey is trying to locate his man. I think he's looking for assistance. He'll get one. I think he has wasted that ball for too long, and that is why it has still been taken away from him. As the Cape Verdean now are trying to outwit. The ball has gone into touch for a try situation, and the assistant referee on the left-hand flank has shown his flag to the other side. But Duffy, I think at this point in time, both sides are trying to show a lot of respect to themselves, and that's why you see they are taking it cool. But I think the spectators here, they are waiting for that part of the game that makes everybody go very well, and that is when the goal comes in. As the I can say the weather is beginning to take a toll on the players, as you can see the number 10 shirted jersey for Cape Verde on the top. I think he has momentarily lost his boot, but not his head, as the referee has told him to go outside to go and get the proper send off.
Well, I'm trying to say that definitely if you are not used to this weather and this Sunday pitch, you will not be able to, no matter how good you are, you will not be able to actually exhibit your skills. But I want to tell you that over the years, for about 30-something years or thereabout, the likes of Mekatin, Sersia, Okorowanta, Akoborie, and some others, a chance there. Out of touch, are going to take all grace this field. And one to say that the Sunday referee today is Kosoko, who happens to be a son of a retired River Branch referee, Prince Adeshagun Bashiru Kosoko. We have the assistant referee, Shagun, and then the other one is one of the best, but a very common young referee. I'm talking about the man they call Ali Ramadan. While the reserve referee happens to be the other person than the man we call Abayomi, who happens to be a chess that was a chance wasted on the platter of gold and platinum. Togo had a chance, and the Cavaliers, I would say.
I think that was a chance waiting to be buried, but the man had a very good intention, but very poor execution, and that is why he floated that ball across the goalpost.
We're talking about chances in football. If you lose your chance, you might not get the game. Remember the match between Arsenal and Southampton? They had a chance in the FA Cup. What happened? They wasted it. But meanwhile, they still no goal to either side. The header not done properly. Number 16 is running for the Cavaliers. Brought down, and it's going to be a free kick to the Cavaliers. Bringing looking back, playing from the right of the commentary, backs towards the left hand side of the pitch, and of course they are being coached by the man they call Artistic Leo Ekwebe. He makes a low pull out in the touch. It's going to be a goal kick to the Togolese.
Incidentally, going to Ethiopia, the Cavaliers were the revelation of the 2012 edition of the CAF Africa Cup of Nations. Whether they are going to repeat that feat here at the Nigerian Navy Sports Ground here, or maybe Rajabula today, is going to be another story entirely. As the Togolese side, were trying to initiate attack from the left, but that man could not locate it as the ball has run into a trying situation, and the Togolese are trying to build attack from their own area, right flank, from number 10 to number 6. He could not connect, and the Cavaliers easily went back to their goalkeeper, who is taking his time, and he has located his right full back in number 17 Jesse, who is also trying to initiate attack from the right hand flank side. Number 7 Jesse, look at this man. They try to take it 1, 2, 3, and that number 9 Jesse. I think the referee has not spotted anything there. They will say, oh no, oh no, oh no. How unlucky can you be sometimes when you try to do something positive? I think a man is on the top, and the Cavaliers actually exhibited that aspect of the game that people usually preach. That is fair play. I think the man is calling for medical attention at this point in time. He's holding on firmly to his knee, and he has been assisted by both his teammate and an opponent. And that is why when it comes to the game of football here in Ajegule, we are each other's a brother's keeper, and that's why you see the Cavalian opponent take up his the referee Kosoko is trying to get the ball back to fair play through. I think the organizers of this competition will do well by supplying the team list to the commentary box so that we have an easy affair on the mic stand. As the Cavaliers are trying to initiate attack from their own defense area, number 7 Jesse quickly outwit his man. Number 7 Jesse for the Cavaliers. They went back. I think that is a very costly one. Oh, the goalkeeper ran to it quickly. He didn't behave like Carriers or even Alison Becker of Liverpool this time around. As the Togolese are trying to initiate attack from the center circle, midfield actually as the referee has spotted an infringement, and it's going to be a free kick in favor of the Togolese. Communication on both sides, a long flip, and the referee Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have seen about 40 minutes of play so far between the Cavaliers and the Togolese. Right here at the Nigerian Navy Sports Ground, third place match of the 34th edition of the Mock Africa Cup of Nations, and it's still a goalless situation. What do you do here? When games are like this, what do you think? what do you think the technical bench on both ends should be doing at this point in time?
Well, the issue on ground is that if you look at the two teams, they are more or less like it's more or less like a derby match. The two teams actually are teams that know themselves, played on familiar terrain or tough, and if you look at the coaches, I think they have to actually ask the boys to take it easy and make sure they make use of probably doing play a chance there. And it's a penalty. Penalty to the Togolese. This referee, I will tell you, is a no-nonsense referee. He was there on the spot and he called a shot.
That number 9 shot jersey for the Togolese. He has been troubling the defense of the Cavaliers, and I think his effort has paid off as the referee has rightly awarded a penalty kick to the Togolese. I wonder what the goalkeeper is trying to do at this point in time. Oh, I think this man is a magician.
Well, I want to see the magic. Probably on Valentine's Day. Let's see probably the first magic of Valentine's Day. Will it make the difference? Will it make the same? Or will he be the first goal by number 9 for the third place? He goes 1-3, takes it. And he scores with all the antics made by the goalkeeper. It is a goal.
Theatrics are actually allowed in the game of football. When he actually ran from mile 2 to mile 12, I actually thought he was going to bring out something like the flamboyant goalkeeper sports development in Jeremy for local government. Let's not let the cat out of the bag at this point in time. While we make our focus on this match, that the Cavalians are trailing by a long goal to the Togolese side. A goal scored about 90 seconds ago by the number 9 jersey of the Togolese. Whether this particular third place medal is going to Lume tonight is another question that is still begging for answer. At this point in time, I think we have seen, so far so good, we have seen about 18 minutes of action. And it's still the Togolese side one, the Cavalians yet to score.
Meanwhile, it's going to be our free kick. Assistant or advisor to the chairman on sports and media. Also, the header, the shoot, whistle has gone. Are going to be a free kick. Advantage. The boys in red
takes 1, 2, 3 steps backward. What is he trying to do? And the goalkeeper read it very well. And he was able to catch that one effortlessly. It was very good free kick, well executed, and the goalkeeper read that very well. Still the Cavalians trailing by a long goal to the Togolese side, as we have seen about 21 minutes of action so far. And the man from the Cavalian side has gone down as the Togolese opponent has played that ball into touch so that his opponent can be well attended to. Like I told you earlier, Godidofia, the weather is beginning to take a toll on the player.
Apart from that, if you have a match of this magnitude, you expect to come on time and do what? Listen up.
As I take you through the team list of the Cavalians, we have in goal Sunday Junior, number 1 jersey, a number 14 shirted jersey playing the right full back, AK Patrick. Taju Imeko is wearing number 5 shirted jersey, Mose Jata in number 17, Chibueze Ezinoye in number 16 shirt, Oyi Jolly number 8, Nonso Ikwezu number 6, Lawa Samuel in number 2 shirt, Amos Jacob number 10, Akim Abisogu number 7, and Shegun Iwala in number 11 for the Cavalian. The center referee, who is a biological son of a retired FIFA badge referee, the young, should I say, Kosoko the junior, is signaling that the players should begin to take their place back on the field of play, as we are going to have this first half continue. We have seen 27 minutes of action before that cooling off break on this Valentine's Day, 14th day of our Lord, the month of February 2021. And he was able to, he was telling her, I love you. Godwin, look beside you and tell somebody, I love you. So that is the right.
Remember that year, Timmy was in the Angolan team, Abaga Charles was in the Angolan team. We had the Taribo West for the other side. We have William Para in goal for the Cameroonians. And then, of course, we had that time the Nations Cup, where Egypt were the champions. Good one there by number 2. His name is Loju Adeyemi, intercepted by the Cape in just number 15. That is the 16 of that. That is Chibueze Ezonye. And it's going to be a free kick. First substitution.
First substitution to be made by the Cape Verdean as the number 10 shirted jersey. Amos Jacob had been pulled out. I think, like we have already said, he has been having a problem since the game started. I think the weather took a lot of toll on him, and he has been pulled out. Replaced by number 3 shirted jersey. The Cape Verdeans out the whole opportunity. Will not be able to make this count. Oh no! No connection was made. No connection was made. I think the Cape Verdeans have not succeeded in linking their NIN with their SIM card. That is why they have not been able to make any connection in the 18-yard area. Unfortunately, you take the opportunities when they come. Otherwise, you may not be able to have them anymore.
Indirectly, you are telling me that coach Leo Ekweme is the NIN and the SIM cards are not been linked with it. There was going to be a corner kick, says the referee, for the Cape Verdeans. Can they get an equalizer? Only Jolly is going to take it in just number 8. He takes an in-swinger. The header. Still the Cape Verdeans, just number 16. Chibueze. Intercepted. And the ball goes in the touch for throwing to the Togolese team.
Into the center circle and ably connected. I think that was a Dingman affair. Number 6 jersey for Amos Lasisi, who are taking to number 7 jersey. He tried to make it to I think the referee has spotted an offside position. That would have accounted for the second goal for Adeyemi Moses. But the referee said no. It may have thought that he has converted a second opportunity. But in the game of football, the center referee, who is the final arbiter, takes full responsibility, and that was no goal at all. And it's Quebec 0, Togo 1. Another man is on the top, rolling, calling for attention. The medical team will make well. The medical team will do well to attend to that man, but I think he's calling for a substitute for himself. And the donor takes a long lob, and the number 9 jersey, the one who's calling for it. A long lob. No connection, and the goalkeeper read that very well, and easy pick for him. Sunday Jonah, he takes a long one. Number 7 shirted jersey for the Cape Verdean. His name Hakim Abisogu. He tried to take Hakim Abisogu with the ball, but I think he has done too much with the ball as the ball has run the touch for a throw-in. And this time around, the Togolese will try to initiate attack from their own defense. Moses Ejata takes a very easy one to his number 14 shirted jersey, Patrick Eke, who gives his to number 10 shirted jersey, Amos Jacob. He has lost the ball, but the referee says play on. Number 7 shirted jersey for the Cape Verdean, Hakim Abisogu, tried to locate his number 3 shirted jersey, who just came in for that number 10 shirted jersey that was substituted. He tries to, they are trying to initiate attack from the left hand side, try to outwit his man, but that one was done.
Number 11, yes.
I think the Togolese are doing well, the Cape Verdeans.
Oh yeah, remove all the things put somehow.
The goalkeeper has lobbed that one into, like there was a safety player at the Nigerian Navy Sports Ground off Maple Road at Jegula Papa Lagos, and it's still the Togolese 1, the Cape Verdeans 0. Over to Igor Rofia.
Will they make something out of this corner kick? He thinks the poor one not good enough. The ball gets to the new command, just number 3. He does his way. He still struggles. What can he do? And the flag has gone. It's going to be a free kick advantage, the Togolese. we want to say that definitely so far so good. The team with the better approach towards attack is actually having the advantage of going one goal up through a penalty taken by number 93 player Adewumi Moses.
You mentioned earlier that in the game of football you take your chances because not many opportunities may come your way, and I think that is the advantage that the top goalies are enjoying at this point in time. They are still leading by a 1-0 against the Cape Verdeans. There is something about football, it makes you look very young. The last time I saw Tini Okoya, he was looking as young, fresh and glowing as ever, and today he's looking younger than his age. Something begins to tell me that when you play the game of football, it gives you this rest of mind as the Togolese are still trying to initiate attack from their left. A long lob, I think he tries to locate his ball, but unfortunately no connection. And I'm beginning to think that these players, if you check, they have not been able to link their SIM card to their NIN, and that is why their connection is failing. But whatever it is, before the deadline, I'm sure they will do the next. Like I was saying earlier, Tini Okoya is looking actually younger than his age. You want to tell us one of the two reasons why that is possible?
Ever since I knew Tini some 35-40 years ago, Opadua Emmanuel is going in for Shegun Iwala, and in number 9, can they make something out of it? 2 changes in the first half by the convenience. Let us see if each way or may or could actually assist them in getting probably the quality.
Like you said earlier, that there is this part of football when you do any workout, it gives you the opportunity to be able to have a fluidity of play when you are on the field of play. However, we must also take into cognizance that because of climate change, the Canadians have an opportunity now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's a live match. Going with I remember the days of the late Ernest Okonkwo. Those days when we don't have opportunities of watching from the television. Probably the ball is still in the center circle, and you begin to hear something like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But we are not going to bring that back into. I'm just trying to refresh your memory. This is a live match, and the spectators can see things for themselves. That's why the DG of the Sports Council is trying to ask me, what is it about this? Oh no, oh no, oh no. But sometimes you have to keep the appetite of those who are not watching this game wet, as the referee, the junior protocol, has brought this eventful first half into a game.
Adewale right now is very top, but we hope to see some good football in the future. That's what we're praying for. But right now the tempo is very low.
From the right hand to the right hand end of the field to the left hand. If you are on the technical point, what will you be telling the players at this point in time for what you have seen in the first half?
Well, I think basically what they lack is fitness. And they should play to conserve energy, allow the ball to do the running instead of just running after the ball. You can see that guy, the guy on dreads that came out, that guy unarguably is a very good player. I saw him play during the Peace Cup that ended in the month of December. He played pretty well, and with what I'm seeing here today, I don't think he's kind of used to this stuff. And that fatigue sets in, and let's also not forget that the long run, the long delay in playing the finals also had its toll on them, because some of them might have gone on break, But if I were to be the coach of the Cape Verdeans, I would rather tell them to allow the ball do the running and make use of positional play, and that was what was really missing in their game.
As somebody with a very strong knowledge of the technical aspect of the game, when a side makes 2 changes in the first half, what does it actually connote?
I think probably the coach saw something, and don't forget that in making changes in football, if you make changes during the first half, it will definitely affect you in the second half, because you might have you might find it difficult making an extra change. But thank God these days we're allowed to make 5 changes because of the COVID-19 rules and all that. But basically, the 2 changes they made in that first half, I think it was technically inclined, because if they never made that change, they would have been 2 goals down. But it came, it has come, and there was nothing we can do about it. Let's see what the second half presents for us.
We are going to word with Tino Moya. He said the tempo of the game in Ajegunle has dropped. What do you think about that phrase, that statement by Tino Moya?
I think to an extent he's right, because if you want to judge the football in Ajegunle those years when we had the likes of Timi, Wetewete, Peter Neketin and the likes, you will agree with me that the standard was pretty high. You could easily see national team coaches coming down here, the likes of Udemezi, coming down here to pick players, and even club sides, coming down here to pick players. But what do we have now? In Ajegunle now, with what we've seen and what we're trying to correct, we've seen that a lot of our players are not disciplined. That is what exactly is lacking in our nowadays footballers. But those days we had disciplined players. Of course, one of them that was not too disciplined, Tarila Okoro, you know where he is now. Indiscipline really took its toll on him. But now, I think what they need to get at the back of the mind is they need to be disciplined. And if you are a disciplined player, believe you me, you will go places. If the coaches can really come together to speak with one voice, if the football managers in this client can come together to speak with one voice, I tell you, Ajegunle will regain its lost glory.
I mean, that presupposes to me that that's a technical statement. Why did you make that judgment, sir?
Yes, because apparently when you see a footballer, it does not take you long time. You can see the qualities in him. But in that young man, there was nothing.
Okay, you have seen the Cavaliers and the Togolese play the first half of this particular game, and the Togolese took the game more to the Cavaliers. If you are the technical bench of the Cavaliers, what would you be telling your players at this point in time?
Yes, ab initio, you can see that the Cavalians, they are not playing as a team. I'm sorry to say, they are not playing as a team at all. They are a bunch of individual players. But you can see from the Togolese, they play cohesive football. There is a lot of connection in their play. You see evolutionary passes from the midfield, deep in the midfield. You see how penetrating passes will come and split. There was a goal scored a while ago, second goal. But then, it was a good goal to me. Yes.
Thank you very much, Elijah. We'll still have opportunity to talk to you in the final match. As the second half is about to kick off, the Togolese will be playing now from the right-hand end of the field to the left. And the number 9 Jesu, who has the only goal in this match for the Togolese, Ademi Moses, will be doing the passing for the Togolese to the big one. What do you expect in the second half?
200,000 naira at stake for this match. A team is 1 goal up, hoping to claim 200,000. A team is 1 goal down, trying to see if they can probably equalize and get the money. Football is being moved by what? The cash. And these boys are ready to fight for it. Meanwhile, let us wait and see. It's not over until it's over. Nigeria did it in 1989. From 4 goals down to win the match against the Russians. And the Togolese are just 1 goal down. I mean, they are just 1 goal up. The Cavalians still have the chance. Probably they can probably get an equalizer. But that is number 7 struggling. And whose last goal, that is no other person than Christopher Accra. And it's going to be African. 2.
I got it off here. You just took me down to 1939. That is the Tamil Miracle in Saudi Arabia. And if you remember in that particular match, when Nigeria was 4-0 down, the left hand of the Okonkwo of blessed memory, he said certain things that will this Nigerian team come back, and actually they came back. So the Cavalians actually should have it at the back of their mind that when you are 1 goal down, the hope is not yet lost. You can still salvage the situation, and they have an opportunity now. Who might thought was going to drop a long one, but I think they are taking too much of that, and that is why that ball has run into touch. And like they will say, opportunity comes in the game of football so many times, but it's only the ones that you take that is accounted for.
Yes, I was thinking he would have probably made the pass when he made the first shot or to drive in. He was indecisive. That is Chibueze. was so indecisive in that move, and that is why what they said, they lack the passion. The passion is not there for them to succeed because they have to what? They want to make it big without fighting for it. But meanwhile, this throws him with a kick. That is a header. A chance, and it's a goal. That is Joseph Accra. Joseph Accra has made it to, let's say, is the icing on the cake, Abayo, or is it too early to say is the icing on the cake?
I think back to what Alhaji Yakub said earlier on, that when you in the game of football, you don't get like a bicycle, that when you see a footballer, it takes just a few minutes to be able to spot it. And earlier, when the penalty was to be taken, and the goalkeeper actually ran from my 12 down to Yanoba, I thought this particular man was going to give us something very spectacular. But this one I said to you is a gift, more than a gift that was given by Alison Becker about a week ago.
We won the final match for Nigeria against the Zambians. This Sunday, Jonah, is actually having a dull Sunday here, considering a cheeky goal by Christopher Accra.
Well, in any case, when you talk about a Jonah, I expect the Jonah to be sleeping, and that exactly was what he has done with that particular ball. And at this point in time, the Cape Verdeans are trailing by 2 goals to nothing. As the Cape Verdeans have an opportunity by Chibweze, good intention, bad execution, and the ball has run in the touch for a goal kick to the Togolese side, who seems to be fancying their chances at this point in time. Of the CAF Africa Cup of Nations, the Cape Verdeans were the recognition of that particular competition. But here today, the Cape Verdeans are not giving us anything to be happy about. As the opportunity comes again, number 7 is outside. What do we have? The Togolese are trying to take the third one, but the defender for the Cape Verdeans, that opportunity has come for the Togolese. They are going to take a free kick, but their number 10 jersey is Brian. It takes a long one. One right by the Cape Verdean defender, who tried to clear their lines, as another infringement has been spotted. I think about 32 years away from the goalpost of the Cape Verdeans. Number 6 jersey for the Togolese, Asumana Sisi. After one, the goalkeeper for the Cape Verdeans is calling for attention. The medical team, the goalkeeper is calling for attention. Meanwhile, we want to say that definitely we have veterans in the house within Madagascar and in Mauritania, the Mauritius state, in Mauritania. I also remember that also in our midst we have one guy they call Old Coach, Ebedu, which had a clearance but not out of danger zone. On the ball stick with the Cape Verdeans. What can they do? Quite a good one there. Ijoma from LTV is here. She's from Ajabule. We also want to say that definitely that the criminal claim of the sportsmen and women in Ajabule actually coming up. I want to say a very big thank you to the local government chairman who has ensured that the spirit of the Mock Regions Cup rekindles and probably go back to the lost glory. That's number 3 for the Cape Verdeans converting the first attack. Like what Amzat said, that the team in red are cohesive, while the team in green are played individual. So that the team in red are actually playing individual football, while the team in green, the Togolese team, are really cohesive. A small with a pass, a long one into number 9. What can he do? A chance there. Good to around south. Left, save this time around. And it is still the Cape Verdeans as going to be a free kick advantage, the Cape Verde team. Abayo, we are seeing the Cape Verdeans bringing more life into the play. But can they get a goal? Probably see that catalyst that will trigger them. By my journey, I'm an incurable optimist. I want to believe that the Cape Verdeans, if they're able to get their acts together, they should get a goal in this match, at least as a consolation, as we still have a lot of time for them to be able to get their acts together and get a goal in this game, as they are trying to initiate attack in the midfield area. an opportunity now. I think that was a good intention, but that is execution. As the goalkeeper for the Togolese did not even make any effort to pick the ball. He's waiting for, I think it's a time-wasting technique. But when you have played just 57, 58 minutes of play, and you do that, I don't understand exactly what he intends to do with that. But very special announcement. Earlier on, when Jama from LCB came in, I saw the DG Sports, Mark Anthony, did a hug, and I was talking about social distancing. And he was telling me that when you hug your sister, there is no room for social distancing. But very special announcement. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control has just announced that children born in the months of November and December 2020 will not be issued their birth certificate because their parents did not observe the principle of social distance.
On your own. Meanwhile, still going to be a free kick to the Cambodians. And let's see what will happen. Abayo, I remember from last time, it was not social distance. You're welcome to Ajoke once again on the lighter mode.
See the way Jambari look you. Gary Udofia, in any case, Gary Udofia is a very good footballer, and that it comes to do with Fufu and Afang soup. He does that very well without effortlessly. Without. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you take the comical aspect of it so as to make everything light and sweet. The Cambodians are trying to outwit their Togolese opponents. I think the Cambodians are playing with more resoluteness and their purpose in this second half. Whether they are going to get a goal for their effort, they have an opportunity now. A long shot from number 7 Jesse. The one block. I think Abisogo. I think the number Jesse now. The one that got the freedom Moses. I think me. It will get to number 8 Jesse. On the tunnel. The referee did not see that. I think a replacement is about to be made by the Togolese who tried to initiate attack from the right hand side. But that was a very good execution. I must confess to you, and I think he deserves a very big round of applause. Sometimes you need to give these guys encouragement, please. Let's encourage him as he comes outside, please. Asumal Assis makes his way for the Togolese side, and is going to be replaced by number 11 Shetan Jesse. Asumal will be replaced by no other person than that handsome man, number 11 Shetan Jesse, whose opposite name is a girl.
His name is a boy. I thought it's even a girl. Meanwhile, the armband has been given to the captain. That's goalkeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, is on the Rogers arriving, and as such, we want to say that it is one memorable day here in the Naval Sports Ground. We want to say also that I'm sorry. I want to say also that we also very much thankful to Nigeria for the Toliba.
At this point in time, the executive chairman of Ajewami, Ifele local government, Honorable Fatai Adekunle Ayola, the old boy for the old work, who makes his way here alongside the supervisor for Agri Sports and Rural Development, Honorable Israel Adejulo, is also here with us. They are making their way here for this August occasion, this epoch-making occasion. It is the of the Africa North Cup of Nations, as the Cambodians are trying to, the Togolese are trying to get the top goal, but unfortunately they have been defeated by their Cambodian opponent, who tried to initiate attack from the left hand side. You can see what coming, trying to make a long one, another opportunity. The supervisor for education and library service also here on the entry of the executive chairman, my brother Saeed Ojora, fourth edition of the African Cup of Nations.
Yes, we want to say that we want to also say that the SLG, Honorable Bella, is also in our midst. and she's a member of sports there. Then I want to say that we want to give kudos to our chairman. And of course, it is still number 9 with a check. Man's number 8, the quick one there. A chance, blood, still with the number 8. He makes another throw up there. And it is still 2 goals to 2 goals. None to the Cape Verdeans. Free kick. Says the referee.
The Secretary of the Government, Honorable Mrs. Mary Adeyemibela, came in like a lady that is sporting, but how sporty she is, we are going to be able to find out in some very few minutes from now, as the Cape Verdeans are trying to launch an attack from the right hand flank, and that one has been taken into touch. Softly it is, and it's going to be a corner kick to the Cape Verdeans. Maybe with this one, they are going to make their very good opportunity. Or they are going to make use of this opportunity, but they will go here. A long corner kick to the Cape Verdeans.
We remember the likes of Ublo, who will take a corner kick right from the flank into the goal post. But we've not seen that here. And from them, a chance there. Oh, wasted. Too close for comfort. But in the 62nd minute by Christopher Accra in jersey number 7. Meanwhile, another guest is here about me.
Our environmental service is here in the local government. Alhaji Yusuf Adiniji has also joined us. Welcome, sir. Earlier on, I also saw the supervisor for education and library services, Honorable Sahib Bonjora. About 69 minutes so far played in this third place match between the Togolese and the Cape Verdeans, and it's still 2 goals for the Togolese and none for the Cape Verdeans. But in the Togolese side, they are still trying to play as if they have not gotten any goal in this match, and that is how you see the resoluteness of a team.
Well, you know, football is all about what? When you defend, you are attacking. And when you attack, you are defending also. That's why it's a good thing. Like what? I was using that phrase by Alhaji Hamza. They play a cohesive football.
Let me also inform this gathering that the executive chairman himself was a footballer in his heydays, and for those who know him, he played the center striking position, number 9 in his case. The likes of Alhaji Benga Bakari can tell. That man himself was a goalkeeper, as the Togolese are trying to initiate attack from the left hand side. Christopher Accra gives it to number 9 jersey Moses Adewumi, who was well outwitted by that Cape Verdean defender, and is a no goal this time around. And like I told you, we have about 70 minutes played so far. It's still the Togolese 2 goals and none so far to the Cape Verdeans. The executive chairman of Ajero local government, Honorable Fatai Adekunle Ayola, is no man committed to the development of sports in the nooks and crannies of Ajebule. Just recently, the budget retreat was held in Ope, and one of the things that the executive chairman promised was that we are going to invest massively in our sporting competitions across sport, not just the game of football. And a testimony to that is when you go around the nooks and crannies of Ajero local government, go to Zumuraki Islamia Primary School, go to Father Sadiku Primary School, go to Arabic Primary School, you see sporting facilities where we have our children have opportunity, we have opportunity to catch them young, because the chairman believes so much in using sports as a tool to arresting youth yesterday's across the nooks and crannies of Ajebule. And that's exactly what we are going to see here. And the chairman also said that by the grace of God this year, the Maracana Sports Stadium will be completed as part of the policy statement of the Ajero local government. Our opportunity now the Cape Verdeans, but that particular man, number 10 jersey for the Togolese, his name Shegun Ayeloba, takes that one into a soft touch and is going to be a trying situation.
That is West in the defense against the Angolans that year. Meanwhile, it is still 2 goals. So the the Togolese team, not to the Cambodians. And if it ends this way, the Togolese team will be going home with 200,000 naira. Good one there by number 8. What does it do? Ibrahim. It's huge. And a good one there. He has the vision. He has a mission, but we can't accomplish.
As a testimony to the commitment of the management of Ajero Military Local Government to the development of sports here in Ajero Military Local Government, just recently the Honorable Fatai Ayola Street Soccer was concluded, and on Wednesday, the 23rd of December 2020, the cash prizes, opportunity to the Cambodians, but they could not make use of that, where the first place prize was given 1 million cash, second place prize 750, and the third place prize 500,000. In the ambience of the executive chairman's office, on Wednesday, 23rd of December 2020, the cash prizes were given out. So what I'm trying to say is that the executive and management of Ajero, the federal local government, are fully committed to development of sports.
On our prize was 500,000 naira, and the third prize was 250,000 naira. Cash was given by the chairman. I want to say that today he is rolling out a million naira just to save the nation's cup. A man who is committed to sports generally, not only football. Remember, they said he was a boxer. When he was in the street, I was in Ruby. When he was in the street, I was in Ruby. He was a boxer, and he still remains. Look at his biceps. And I never sure that was why I never sure that probably before the month of June, July, August, he's going to have a mini boxing tournament too, to show that all other sports are what included into this calendar. Then I want to say a very big thank you to also the DG2, who is ensuring that not only football or basketball is given priority, that and also I want to tell you that my chairman says here, and he's saying it vividly, that come to the 7th of this month, is Saturday, last Saturday of the month, that Bash Ali is going to be a year older that day, and we're having a mini boxing tournament in his honor at the council, to show you that the chairman is not only a footballer, but also a boxer. Meanwhile, the two teams of the finals, please get ready. The two teams of the finals, please get ready.
As a testimony to his commitment to the game of boxing, on Sunday the 20th day of December 2020, at the premises of Ajero Local Government, you had a boxing competition for February 2021, and right here in Ajegule, Bash Ali, the hosted. That's another testimony to the fact that Ajero Local Government is committed to the development of sport on all fronts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen about 81 minutes of play so far between the Togolese and the Cambodians, and it's still 2 goals that were scored by anyone that was scored by number 9 Jesse Adeo Moses in the 27th minute, a penalty kick, and another one by Moses Akra in the 54th minute. Here in fellow local government, Honorable Lucky Buko, my brother, you are welcome. God bless you, sir. The special advisor on education is also here with us, Honorable Chamanda. Please, you are welcome into this premises. We are getting close to the end of this particular game, as this is actually a dress rehearsal for the final match of this competition.
Please, we want to announce to all those who are coming in, please ensure you have your face masks with you, please. The instruction is that everybody should have their face masks with them, please. We do not want anybody to be embarrassed by the naval authorities, and as such, we beckoning on everybody to please emulate the chairman. Mask up yourself. He has come in with his mask, and so please, let's emulate our leaders and avoid being embarrassed. Thank you very much.
Special announcement once again. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control has actually announced that children born between the month of March and December 2020 will not be issued with their birth certificate because their parents did not observe social distancing. As we have a penalty now for the Cavaliers, a penalty for the Cavaliers, a penalty for the Cavaliers to be taken by number 17 shirted jersey for the Cavalian. His name is Moses Ejata. Moses Ejata. Remember in 24th minute of this game, the Congolese two Mozadoni took their lead, and Moses Ejata had his opportunity now. What will he do with this ball? The goalkeeper read it very well, and it is a goal. It is 2-1. The has been halved at this point in time, as we still have some few minutes more to play in this game. Moses Dofia.
You have now converted me to another Moses. I am God with Appan Udofia, not Moses Udofia. And now we've seen 2 goals in 3 minutes. Remember when Mane scored 2 goals in 3 minutes for Liverpool. We've seen 5 goals in 8 minutes. And then the Congolese are now trying to see what they can do to probably hold tight to this their 1-goal advantage, and let us see if the Cavaliers are probably bring back memory lane of the comeback victory by the Nigerians. Number 11 finds number 19 for Togo. Shields his ball, he struggles, he lets his man, and intercepted, and a long one there.
Let me take you down memory lane. Talking about scoring goals in the 5 minutes of the game. Remember Thursday, 31st day of July, 1996. Atlanta 96 to be very precise. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think the referee has just signaled the end of this game and the end of the top place match of the 34th edition of the Mock Nations Cup. It is Togo 2,000 naira. God save.
Honorable Chairman, the home boy for the homework, Honorable Fatai Adekunle Ayohola.
By Adeo Moses, supporting the manager that jersey for the Togolese, and Christopher Accra.